If you'd like to see a magical place in Massachusetts, drive around in Vermont, find out where to get the best maple creamy, or hike with me, I'll take you along. Let's go! It is a beautiful sunny day and we are in Concord, Massachusetts at Walden Pond. It is a historic pond which was formed by melting glaciers 10-12,000 years ago. It is 102 feet deep. You can swim in it or you can take the 1.9-mile loop trail around the lake. I will get on the trail and I will show you some parts of it. It is a special place, so much so that I was driving 4.5 hours today to be here. Visiting Walden Pond had been on my list for more than a year and I'm so glad that I finally made it here. What makes this place so special? This was one of the places that was chosen for a social experiment by the American Transcendentalists in the early 19th century. You may be familiar with this famous quote. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. This quote is from the book Walden, written by Henry David Thoreau. And guess where he wrote this book? Right here at Walden Pond. That is why this area is famous. I'm going to take you to the place where he wrote it, and while we are walking, I'm going to talk for 1 more minute about the Transcendentalists. This was a group of young people from New England who were against religion and cultural traditions. They were fascinated with the mysteries of human existence and did not think that logic and reason could explain it. They believed that nature is a part of us and it is that creative and dynamic force through which people could discover their true selves. Transcendentalists placed the emphasis on emotions and senses over reason and intellect, so in that sense they were like the romantic artists and poets of Europe. This movement was centered around Ralph Waldo Emerson, who owned 14 acres of this area and gave permission to his friend Henry David Thoreau to build a house for himself so that he could be close to nature and think and write in solitude. The original house no longer exists, but we will visit the house site, which made me quite emotional. Before then, let's check out the replica of the house. Here it is. In his book, Walden, he described his house in detail, so it was relatively easy to replicate it. He built it himself and stayed in here from 1945 to 1947. Interestingly, Thoreau was not a hermit. He often walked to Concord, which was only 1.5 miles away, and he also welcomed visitors. In his book, he stated that he had 3 chairs in his house, 1 for solitude, 2 for friendship, and 3 for society. Now let's walk over to his house site. He lived in his house for 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days. I wonder if he was ready to leave before then, but wanted to wait for 2 months and 2 days just so these numbers could match. As I understand, Thoreau enjoyed reading Goethe, Carlyle, and Schiller in the mornings, and Gandhi and Mandela were dedicated readers of Thoreau. He often used Dharma in his writing, which is the universal truth. Embracing our Dharma means that we are living authentically, living as our true self. In order for that to happen, we need to create the right environment, and he certainly did that by building this place. So in light of this, let's read this quote again. Powerful, isn't it? Especially the last line. On a lighter note, as I understand, Thoreau's mom often brought him cookies and sandwiches because she only lived 1.5 miles away from this site. I wonder which way she was coming from. There are different ways to access this site. Visitors from all over the world make the pilgrimage to this very spot and place stones to honor Thoreau's stay at Walden. I'm going to keep this tradition alive. I'm looking for a stone to leave here as I make a promise to myself to have more life experiences before I kick the bucket. And with that said, let's leave this beautiful place and go to Vermont to find more magic. I bought a dash camera because I wanted to show you guys the beautiful fall foliage in Vermont. My camera recorded hundreds of footages, and I found out today that all of the videos are gone. Something was wrong with my SD card. It's a long story. But the good news is that I recorded a few backup videos with my camera, so we're gonna have to rely on them. The quality is not great, to say the least, but it is better than nothing. I spent the first night in Killington, which is one of the world's largest and most diverse ski areas. I normally stay at this place. It's reasonably priced and super laid back. Good morning! Woke up in lovely Vermont. It's so beautiful up here. Let's explore a trail together. We're gonna go on Deer Leap hiking trail. So let's go! Change of plans. I decided not to take this trail because there was a sign from the police that this area is experiencing a high level of theft and vandalism. I guess that's the case when you are in a touristy town. So I'm gonna look for another trail. Stopped at Woodward Reservoir in Plymouth along the way. Look how beautiful it is. I have a story about Woodward Reservoir that I would like to share with you. I recorded it while I was hiking, so I was a little bit out of breath and it was windy up there, but I felt that it was the right time to record it. So one of my favorite memories is jumping into the reservoir on a cold April night with a special someone. We were in a sauna for a while and then we ran down to the waterfront and jumped into the cold lake. It was almost icy. In April, up in the mountains, you can imagine how cold it was. And that was my first exposure to cold therapy. And it was very scary but exciting at the same time. But I did it, and it came out of the water, and it was like around midnight, and I remember just standing there under the stars and under the moon, just hugging one another and in silence. And it was so invigorating, the feeling, and it was one of the rare moments in life when I felt alive. So we are living, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we feel alive. And I think that is the feeling that we must chase, go after in life, otherwise, what's the point of it?
think it's very therapeutic. Let's find a good one. Ooh. Oh. Cemetery. Ooh. I don't think I would like to live near a cemetery. What do you guys think? Look at the foliage, look at the pretty leaves. So beautiful. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, almost there. Few more steps. Echo Lake Vista Trail. Ooh, let's see. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. By the way, I'm loving these Creemee short trail. Look, just half a mile up, half a mile down. It's out and back with an awesome view. So good ROI, return on investment.
Now let's get some maple creamy. I'm certainly ready for it. Vermont makes high quality milk and rich maple syrup. So if you combine these two ingredients, you can make this summer treat called maple creamy, which is basically a soft serve ice cream made from fresh maple and cream, and it is absolutely delicious. And I believe that the best place in Vermont to get this maple creamy is in Ludlow, at least according to the review. I haven't tried it anywhere else. I love it here, so yeah, let's go there. We are at the Green Mountain Sugar House in Ludlow. This is a cute little gift shop that sells all kinds of gifts that were made in Vermont and snacks as well. I ended up buying this wood cutting board in addition to maple creamy, and I also bought this maple tea. So I haven't tried it yet, but I'm sure it is delicious. And right next to it and behind it, there's this beautiful area with the lake, and you can sit here in the Adirondack chairs and you can just relax while you are eating your maple creamy. It is fantastic. And more driving to get to my next destination. I do realize that I missed the peak foliage. I think I missed it by a week. I'm sure that a week ago the colors were much more intense, but I don't really mind. Vermont is beautiful to me any time of the year. I stayed at Pinnacle Lodge in Winhall, Vermont, which is a cool place. It has a pond in the back and a trail around it, which is a part of the Green Mountain National Forest. Shout out to John and Helen, the owners. They are doing an amazing job. Second morning in Vermont. It's such a magical place. Beautiful. I'm sitting on the ground. I just want to stay here forever. Oh my God. I was leaving Vermont shortly after this, I hope you enjoyed our time together. Thanks for coming along, and I wish you a good day, evening, or night, wherever you are. Take care.